Hey guys, what's up? This is Chris here. Just wanted to apologize for the audio quality for this episode. This was the first time we recorded with multiple cameras and microphones, and there was some mismatching with the USBs and not enough power, so that's why there's a really weird clipping audio in this. My recommendation is to listen to it in 1.5 speed if you can. It really mitigates some of the issues. Next episode is going to be way better, I promise. I listened through it and it's very good. So, the city of Oak Branch, where all four of you live, correct?
Yeah.
That is somewhat correct.
Sound correct.
In my own quarters.
Well, you would have your own quarters, Mr. Tax Collector. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yes.
And we're going to change this music, because this is not fitting at all.
This is very ominous.
Yeah, I'm going to...
I deep in the game is your counting coin!
We're going to actually switch...
That would have been fun.
Tell us about yourself, Mr. Tax Collector, sir.
My name's Alder the Gnome.
Okay, first of all,
great.
I love that voice,
But please don't use it.
but you can't use that for 3 hours. You will die.
Yes.
By me.
Well,
Someone will kill me.
Someone
It's
might
not
go.
that my voice will go, it's that someone will strangle me before then. So, my name is Alder Fernhold.
Fernhold, yeah.
And I am a gnome accountant. Previously a pirate in his good old days.
But this is not widely known.
No. There are two people knowing of this.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is himself, and one of them is the brother.
Yeah. As far as you two know. I mean,
As
as far as you two know. Sorry. Yes.
You're gonna have to really
It's
work
fine.
on that.
It's fine.
Yes. Well, going around in his everyday clothing, kind of some fine silks and suave posture.
Mm-hmm.
He walks around strutting, being really happy that he's the accountant for this kingdom.
Not just accountant, but also tax collector.
Yes.
He handles
So
them.
he's well known throughout the county, probably not in a positive way,
Mm-hmm.
but he's happy with it. And he likes the way he lives right now, but he has some further goals up ahead.
See, you are technically a rogue. Is that correct?
No, accountants.
Right, we changed the name of that
Rogues,
class.
accountants, it's...
You're part of
It's
the
a very thin
you're part
line.
of the international accountant conglomerate. Isn't that right?
Yes, of
The membership fees are insane.
Yes.
It all goes to you.
Yeah. No.
No, you wish you were the accountant of the international accountant conglomerate.
Yes, of course.
IAC. We'll remember that one.
Is there a accountant, not just the accountant?
There is
I'm just gonna
probably-
go out and say every rogue in this game will be an accountant. We have officially changed the name of the rogue class.
That would actually be really cool.
Well, accountants look over profits.
Yeah.
And rogues look over profit, so there's no real
same thing, really.
How
Enter
did
a
you change it to
bar
sneak attack?
and
To
accountant,
the purse,
an
or-
accountant.
Sorry, what?
You enter a bar and encounter an accountant.
The
Okay.
accountant, yes.
Accounts for the
You just
account.
speak from your stomach, Lynn. I can barely hear you. I mean, I can barely hear you.
Speak from your diaphragm.
Exactly. Push out the air as you speak. I'm sitting down now, by the way, so it's different from last time where I was standing.
Yes.
He's going to sink lower and lower.
No, these chairs are incredibly hard to sink into. I will do my best.
That's great to hear, Chris.
Yes. Perfect. I think that's it for Alder for now. There will be more things for you in a
Yes.
bit, unless you have something to...
No, right. Of course. As the usual standings go, he is 3 feet 6 high and weighs around 42 pounds.
Oh, right. The amazing gnome physics.
Yes.
I'm sure
Amazing
Unger,
gnome physics.
yes, Unger has done some extensive research into this subject, which we will get to now, actually, because Unger, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I'm going to play
Alright.
the audio.
No, younger brother of that guy. And as he had a brilliant idea when we were, well, when we stepped off the ship. He takes care of the accounts, and, well, I create a church for all the peasants and farmers out there who need something to believe in. So I created a faith. I am a charlatan. I don't really believe in stuff.
Yes,
I don't-
somehow you have magic. Or miracles, as it were.
That is creepy, yes. I haven't really noticed lots of it, but it's kind of creepy that something is actually happening when I'm doing it.
I see.
Are you saying that some god looks down upon you as a charlatan cleric and goes, I like you, and like, grant magical powers?
Yeah, and one of the things was I lit stuff on fire, so I don't really know what to make of it, but still. Right, so we two came into town. He took over the account as an accountant, professional guy.
Yeah.
I took over the church, and we two moved up to the Lord, became some really good pals there. And as said, I'm 1 or 2 years younger than my older brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also a bit lighter on the feet. I'm, what was it? You were 42 pounds, and I'm 40 pounds, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So with a pair of dumbbells.
Mm.
And strangely enough, apparently Gnomes has muscles the size of ants, or at least efficiency. According to the rules, I can lift 5.7 people of my own size and stature above my head without straining.
Wait,
Yeah.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
muscles
that's
are
awesome.
amazing.
how in the
50
Magic.
pounds per point of strength can lift.
moves are awesome?
Yeah!
And apparently strength...
I can drag like 10, I can
that.
drag 11 unwilling gnomes behind me. That is crazy creepy.
Well, no, actually, I mean, in all the stories, gnomes are supposed to be surprisingly strong for their size.
Surprisingly strong, yes.
So, I guess it's only natural, really. But Unger, you're essentially a charlatan. You have converted quite a few people of the Oaken Isles
Yeah.
to your faith.
I think they didn't really have anything to believe in as such. They were just peasants.
They had the sea serpent that you...
Oh yeah. Hey,
Now
worship
it's
a
a
sea
false
serpent.
god.
Ooh, have you ever seen it? No, you haven't. Here is something you can believe in. The sun. It shines because it is a god.
But we've seen a sea serpent. It ate my uncle.
Oh, so it's a good god for you then.
I see your point.
Come to the sun temple where you can see the sky. Give coins of gold because they shine bright. And such things. Then I have my brother helping with accounts, so I take a 10th and he takes his cut. I mean, this is a good place to be.
Of course, the Lord approves of all this.
Yes, the books are so splendidly golden, so I mean everything's
Everything official.
Yeah.
Everything is official.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oops, where did that coin go?
Was the room filled with gold? No.
Let's hurry on to Astra of Gaul.
Okay.
Technically not a Gaul, but adopted.
So I'm playing Astra the Tiefling Wizard. I am the Lord's librarian and the best friend to the young lady Stella. I was found in the castle stealing food as a young one, and the Lord Gaul took pity on me and let me stay. During the years, I got adopted and treated as his own, and became good friends with his daughter Stella. Working with keeping his books, his library, and learning spells. It's not something that I do often and in front of a lot of people. Stella has seen most of it. Not many others have seen any of it.
You have been accepted into the community of Oak Branch, as the town is called, after a while. Mostly because of your
Mostly because of
adoptive father,
yes.
family. Yes.
and also because I'm kind. They like me.
Yes. Of course, kindness is always repaid with kindness, as we know. Which makes me wonder why you two are still alive.
Hey, we're kind.
yeah,
Okay, so
Everything.
the
I
common
lift my brother
folk
over.
like me,
Yeah.
they have gotten past the fact that I wear horns and have a tail and got weird eyes.
We haven't gone past that.
Never.
No, but at least you're polite about it
That's true.
in front of me.
Of course, we would never say it to straight to your face.
Yeah.
Dear God!
That would require honesty.
Yes. What?
These two have been short supply.
Indeed.
What? Of course I have lots of honesty. It's called persuasion, right?
Yes. Of course. Okay, it seems the audio is okay now.
Okay.
I believe it's just an overload of the USBs. Okay, so Astra, you studied magic while Stella studied as well. You were taught magic by the same tutor, I believe.
Yeah, we.
But Astra was never. I mean, Stella was never really a natural when it came to magic like you.
No, she learned other stuff,
Yeah,
other things.
householding and accounting, things like that.
Oh,
Warfaring.
Warfare. Everything a young lord/lady should know.
war
Pretty much.
is bad.
War is a lot of money.
Do not get into war. Our accountant will be happy.
Wars are good
A
for
lot of money
Yes.
disappears during war. A lot of money.
I had an affinity for it, so it came easy. Somewhat.
War?
Yeah, war. Did you pay attention?
horns, fangs, see all.
We all see where this is going, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's normal people and there's the weird ones.
Yes.
Wait,
There's the normal people. There's the weird ones. It's gonna take a while to get used to. I can't wear these glasses. They're hurting inside of my head. It's been a while since I used to wear glasses. Fine, very good. And we will have to continue with our last, but definitely not least member of the group, Getherin,
Yes.
the Black Dragonborn.
The wrong
Indeed.
of the letter.
We don't know that
Yeah,
yet.
right.
We don't know.
of course it is. It's too fitting.
You air from a culture far to the north.
Yes, I do believe we agree on that. Something like that. But I was stuck in kind of a civil war between different kinds of dragonborns and ended up in
Definitely not started by your people, of course.
No, of course not.
Oh,
Of course not. Ended up in gladiatorial games and somehow ended up under the care of Mr. Gall,
Yes,
where I became the quartermaster.
indeed. He bought you after you were supposed to be executed for spitting acid in the Lord's face. I think we agreed on.
Something similar to that,
You
yes.
have a acid spit.
Yes.
You are also perfect in every imaginable way.
Beyond perfect.
They are.
Yes.
20 strength, everyone.
That's
17
not all.
intelligence.
Yes.
I don't even know what that means. This is the first time I play this.
So, essentially, a normal human would have 10 in the
Yes.
stats. And the maximum of normal human would be 18, I believe.
Yes.
And 20 is like Herculean level.
Yes.
Without the aid of the gods, that's what you can achieve for a lifetime of dedication.
Yeah.
You have it in 3 places.
Blessed by the gods, as they say.
Indeed. Which you do not believe.
Perfect.
Of course not. He does not believe in gods.
I begin to believe in you.
Yes, everyone does.
With enough faith, anyone can move mountains.
Now there's a dragonborn we can trust and bet money on.
Perfect. Getherin, I have done some writing in between sessions, and the civil war resulted in was because of a fight between the chromatic and the metallic dragons.
All right.
As we've talked about in the previous session, metallic dragons are generally good, and chromatic dragons are generally evil.
Less good.
Less good, exactly. You are a performer, a gladiator, as it were, or were at least. And as for the setting, we are in a custom world created by myself. Totally unique, nothing taken from anything else,
But of course.
but of course. And the land that you are in is the Oaken Isles, which is a small, once a kingdom, now a duchy, I believe we agree on, to the Greater Realm, which is a little bit to the south. This is essentially the last kind of front before the ocean. So you live right on the edge of the ocean, not in a lake, but in an actual ocean. And the Oaken Isles are several islands, as it were. And on quite a few of these, there are keeps, old castles, built either by the lord's ancestors or by previous lords who were defeated in war. So it used to be that the lord would travel between these every now and then, but in the end it was settled that the Oaken Isle, which would be the main island, so to speak. We can actually take up the map to show our viewers. Fortunately, you can't see it, but here is a map. As you can see, the Ferry Isle is the biggest one. Oak Isle is a little smaller. You will just have to take my word for it.
Wasn't it that Oaken Isle was in the middle?
The Oaken Isle is in the middle. So I guess it would make sense that would be the main one. On Oak Isle, you have Oak Branch, which is a city. You have the Mouth, which is a large inland lake. And you have Oak's Crossing, which is a very small fisherman village connected to Swan Meadow, which is a town located on the Ferry Isle, which is basically just a small fishing community. On the Ferry Isle, you also have the Stonehammer Quarry, located very close to the Stonehammer Keep, which is where our adventure will be taking us in a little bit. You also have another couple of islands. You have Fireweave Isle, which is to the south. You have the Flat, which is a small island with an old fortress ruin on it, close to the mainland. And the fortress there was destroyed during a very brief conflict between the kingdom and the Oaken Isles, before the Oaken Isles decided that, sure, we will be vassals to you. Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Then you also have the Noble Isle, which is, despite its name, not home of any nobles. It is a small island populated by mostly inbred fools. And then you have Sea-Watch, which is essentially a fortress on a small island by the ocean. It's also a lighthouse combined. But we are mostly concerned with Oaken Isle and the Ferry Isle, which is where we will be playing for the moment. Okay?
What was it? Swan Meadow or?
Swan Meadow, yes, exactly. Swan Meadow is very close. There's a crossing there. It's about 20-30 minutes by ferry across. Otherwise, it's a couple of hours to get to the other island, and the waters are kind of rough.
And it was a village, right?
It was a village, yes, Swan Meadow. Well, more of a harbor fisherman's village.
Place to go.
Indeed. So let us begin. We'll do a little introduction for every character before we get to the main adventure. And we will start with Astra. It is the morning of a hot, balmy summer's day on the Oaken Isles. And you are on your way to visit your friend Asher, the perfumer, the blind perfume maker. Mm-hmm. You and Asher have been friends for quite a while, correct?
Yes.
And you're friends why?
We're friends because we faced similar prejudice since he's blind and I have horns.
Does he know you have horns? Since he's blind.
Have you told him? Are you a true friend?
He knows that I have horns. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care, no.
No. So we like to spend time together because I can read to him and he can make perfumes. It smells nice.
Sure. And
he's nice.
He sings very nice, indeed. And today he's asked you to come to try out his latest invention. So you make your way down the busy streets of Oak Branch town. And today seems to be a particularly good day. A lot of people are out and about. It is let's call it Sunday, in lack of any other terms. So there would be holidays. Well, people aren't working really. And you see children running by you, laughing, and some of them wave and say, "Hi, Astra," because they know you.
I smile and wave back, "Hi."
And some folks say hi to you as you pass them. There's food stalls and people are selling vegetables from the country. Lots of fish. It is a island community still, so there's a lot of fish being sold.
I say hello as I pass by. How are you? How's the business going?
Oh, my back's been out for a while, but it always makes me feel better when I'm standing here watching the young ones running around. How are you, Astra? How's life in the keep?
It's well as always.
Is the Lord all right? It's been a while since we saw him. He's all right.
Okay. Yes, of course he's all right. He's just been busy as lords are.
This is tend to be indeed. The Lord is in a little bit of a weakened state. He's quite old. But thanks to his very talented, I'm looking down at you now, Daniel, his very talented medicus. What?
Most people do.
Yeah, they do tend to. You're quite small. It's hard to not look down at you. But you're doing a good job in keeping him alive.
Prayers, the power of prayer.
The power of prayers and lots of expensive medicine.
And the old leech.
Of course. But you make your way to the tradesman's quarters or neighborhood, and actually lives in a fairly small house. despite making perfume, he's not very well off. But it's a luxury that not a lot of people can afford. But he does export some of his wares to the mainland, and the door is open as always to let smells go out because it's it's very strong smell. Always a very strong smell.
Yes. I knock on the door as I step through. Asher, are you here?
Yes. Oh, Astra, is that you? Come in. Sit down. I'm sorry, I haven't had time to clean the place. He knows the house inside and out, so he just motions to a place where there's a few parchments lying.
I'm just.
Some receipts from recent sale.
I just pick up the papers, parchment, and put it to the side and sit down.
Thank you for coming. Do you want something to drink? Tea?
No, thank you, Asher.
I see. I'm very happy that you could come today. I have made a new smell, as it were, and I did it to honor the young lady's birthday that's coming up. Remind me, it was in the 15th, right? Correct?
That's right. You remember correctly.
Perfect. That means I still have some time to work on it. Would you like to smell it?
Oh, of course.
He walks over to the bench and picks up a small bottle. It's not decorated or anything, but standing close to it is a small decorated flower-like bottle. It's purple glass, very beautifully carved. He's had it specially ordered for this, of course. And he takes out the bottle and hold out your hand. And
I hold out my hand and just put my other above it.
So he dips some of it on your ankles,
Wrists.
Wrists. Ankles are your feet.
Ankles are
I was having the exact same discussion with Martin yesterday because we have wrists, wrister, in our feet.
Yes.
Yes. So that's confusing. Anyway, he puts it on your wrists, of course, not your ankles.
And I smell it.
And it's absolutely amazing. And in one whiff, you smell. It smells almost like really, really well preserved parchment, and there's a specific smell mixed with lavender, so of course keeps pests out from the archives and from closets and wardrobes. It has some flowers you can't really tell. It has a very rich aroma that just stays with you even after you lean away from it.
Well, actually, this smells wonderful.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. I spent weeks on this. I've had flowers imported from all over the kingdom. Really, it's been quite expensive, but nothing is too good for Lady Stella, I always say.
Well, I smell parchment and lavender.
Oh yes, parchment. That was difficult. I had to get I had to get fat from a specific kind of sheep living in the highlands. But it does carry a very it's a powerful odor. But it smells perfectly like how I would imagine the young lady's library smells like.
Your imagination knows no ends.
Yes, of course. Please don't tell her anything about this. I still want to present it to her on her birthday. That would be the most appropriate, I believe.
I'm good at keeping secrets, you know that.
Yes, it's about 3 weeks away until her birthday. She's turning 20. Oh, wait, how old were you again? You were 20. She's turning 20.
Wasn't she old?
She's 25, 30.
Yes, she's turning 28. So
she's supposed to be a few years younger than me.
So she's turning 28, we'll say. Ah, yes. Do you think the lady will ever find someone to settle down with?
Knowing Stella, it might take a while.
Of course, I can imagine. Like I said, nothing's too good for the young lady. Oh, she's not that. Well, I mean, he Asher is close to 40, so of course he's calling him young is a little bit of a stretch, but has a specific way to him. Right, the chat was being weird. But you sit down and chat for a bit, and he asks you if there's any news from the capital. There's not really. It's been a long time of peace now for several years.
So nothing in particular.
No, just you chat.
Small talk.
Yes. He offers, of course, he has a bottle of your brand of perfume, which he always makes for you. So he offers to you, free of charge, of course, for your continuous patronage.
Thank you very much, Asher. I really appreciate it.
Limestone?
Is that like a subscription fee or something? Like, here's your monthly box?
Yes, of course, it's a loot box, perfume box.
Well, no, as always, I leave a coin in his coin.
Ah! Why did you do that? I heard it. Gold, you're spoiling me, really.
No, I don't know what you heard.
Of course. And while this is happening, Getherin, you're in the forges currently. You're not a blacksmith, right? But you do oversee the repair and maintenance of the Lord's Guard.
Yes,
Yeah. As a quartermaster, you're always busy.
indeed.
And you're currently watching the blacksmiths work. They are cleaning away rust and dents in armor and chainmail.
All right.
And while you're standing there with your arms crossed, do you just grim, or how do you act around the blacksmiths? Are you hard ass, or are you?
No, I've earned my respect through charisma and being fair.
Yeah, so you talk with them, and
Yes.
they show you some techniques. Of course, you're not an expert, but you do know how to handle a hammer and an anvil.
Yes.
Yes, of course. You've beaten your fair share of steel
Yes.
and fizzes
Indeed.
against steel.
Yes.
Yes. And while you're standing there watching the work, you hear the familiar pitter-patter of Alna, who generally tends to walk barefoot
All right.
around the keep. You're in the smithy of the keep. Alna is, of course, the 13-year-old daughter of the guard captain,
Yes.
and she's in that awkward age where humans tend to be very stretched out and gangly. So she's grown a couple of inches in what seems to be weeks, and the rest of her body just hasn't really caught up to it yet. So they don't grow as quickly as your people do.
No.
The Dragonborn tend to be able to walk after just a few weeks, I think, after being born. Humans, it takes a bit longer. But
Yes.
you actually live shorter than they do, so I guess it evens out in the long run.
Yes.
So this is where you've been hiding, huh, Getherin?
Well, gotta get away somewhere.
Wow. Is that what... You're running away from me, is it?
Yeah, of course. You know I can't stand you.
Well, one of the nice things to say. I heard Father was going to find you today. He had some message from the Lord.
All
Did
right.
he find you yet?
No, I haven't seen him today.
Oh, typical Father. I'm sure he's slacking away, hiding under a tree.
Well, that would be the case, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course. Like you always say, Oak branch keeps stands and falls without you, doesn't it?
Well, of course.
So, you what are you wearing right now, by the way? Are you wearing your armor, or?
No basic under armor, a light shirt.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm in the forge. It's
Yeah,
warm
that's-
even for a
That's true.
dragonborn.
That's true. So you're wearing a pretty bare minimum of clothes. So of course, Anna notices the scar running across your back, out on your arm.
Yeah.
It's hard not to notice it because it was a pretty bad wound back in the day.
Yes.
And he goes, "Oh, you haven't told me about that one. You promised you were gonna when I got
Well-
old enough."
Do you feel you are old enough?
Of course, I'm old enough. I'm 13. I'm practically a grown up.
Well, of course you are. Well,
Patronize me.
that's kind of the thing between them.
Yeah.
She's very open, so.
Of course. So tell me about it.
Well, this I got actually before my gladiatorial days.
Aha. Oh, back in the old country then, right?
Yeah, right when the
Someone's lean in when you start talking about the Dragonborn
yeah.
nation.
Well, this is kind of a souvenir from when the trouble started to break out.
Uh-huh.
There were small skirmishes starting to build up around, and I was actually attacked.
Oh, that's right. You told me you were stationed in one of the colonies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was
Who
right.
was it attacked? Was it a red dragon? Born?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, the red ones. They're the
Mhm.
worst.
Yeah, this was a particular big one. And he was carrying a warrior axe.
Bigger than you?
Yes.
Really?
I told you there are plenty bigger than me.
Oh, that's right, with the runt of the litter.
Well, not exactly, but that's what you like to call it.
Well, of course. So tell me, he had an axe. How big
Yes.
was it? Show me.
Well, I do believe the blade was about your size.
You're joking. Not my size.
Yeah. You've grown quite a bit, but it was about your size.
Wow.
And he actually managed to surprise me, so he basically sunk it right into my shoulder.
And you survived an axe that big?
Yes,
You're lying.
it didn't go that deep.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Not that deep. It looks like it almost took your arm off.
Well, our physiology is a bit different from yours. We heal faster.
Of course you do. You heal faster, you grow up faster. I'm starting to think that you're just a freak, that there aren't any more other Dragonborns inside you.
Could be.
Well, I hope not. If they invaded us, what would happen?
Oh, I don't really want to think about that.
Please
Do you think they would?
Speaking from experience, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh. Have you told Father about this?
Yes.
What did he say?
Well, it is a concern, but it's nothing we need to worry about right now.
That's good. As big as me, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, you should probably go find Father.
Yeah, it sounded like he had some important news.
Yeah, it was some kind of, he said something about the Lord wanting to talk to you. I don't know. You have to ask him.
Alright. You
Anyway.
get back to your chores now.
Chores? I don't have any chores. I'm the daughter of the captain.
Yes, so you need to learn how to read, perhaps?
Who needs reading?
Well,
Fine.
could be useful.
You gotta tell me another story when you come back.
Well, I could see if I can dig up some more books, maybe borrow some.
You have to tell me what you did to the red dragon. Why not now?
No, that could be, I might leave out some details.
Fine. For when I'm older.
Yes.
Anyway, see you later.
Take care.
And let's go to the other table. No. Hi. Which one of you two brothers wants to start?
Good question.
Age before beauty.
Fuck. I have either. So yes.
So Alder.
Yes.
Alder, you are walking down the streets of Oak Branch, the town. You are on a mission. Your mission is to collect taxes from the Acorn, the local tavern. Victor, the notoriously cheap and sleazy tavern owner, hasn't paid his taxes.
Again.
Again.
Oh well, here we are again.
Unlike when Astra walks down the street, even though you're not hated, people don't really wave your way and say hi. Children might, but
They can't see him.
They throw rocks at you.
They don't wave and say hi. They're more like pointing and laughing.
No, they've learned not to
You
do
took
that.
my candy, my throws rock there. Yeah.
Like stealing candy from. Hey, no, don't.
Why take the candy when you can take the money for the candy?
They take you and dump you in the river.
Yes.
No, you're respected.
Yes.
After all, you've
gone
shown
to-
what happens when you're disrespected.
Yes, of course. Bad things happen.
Bad things, indeed.
He screams
Haven't
really
paid the
loud.
taxes this year.
But you're making your way to the Acorn, which is, like I said, the only tavern and inn in Oak Branch.
Yes.
And by that fact alone is the only reason why the Acorn hasn't gone belly up years ago. Because after all, it's run terribly, the food is awful, and the tavern's keep is cheap and probably pisses in the ale.
That's good, right?
Yeah, but it's better than last trip. Okay.
So you get to the old red painted door. The sign outside is white. It's a white shield with a single acorn with some leaves attached to it. Swaying in the wind, only one of the two grips connected to the railing.
Of course. Well, I sigh at the loss of quality to this place over the last few years. Which
Oh,
is,
it's gone downhill.
yes. It was probably better for some sometime.
But
Maybe.
his father ran it.
Yeah.
That's
Well
his
then.
soul.
Let's don't have time for that. Let's go in to this store.
You do the traditional jerk 3 times and then push to open up the door. And it creaks, threatening to break as always. And the inside smells like old ale, old piss, and old hay. The only thing that isn't old in there is... Well, you, probably.
Me? I'm 60 years old!
Alright, then you're old as well.
No. The customer.
But you're still younger.
You're younger than... Oh, God.
What the fuck?
The floor is technically covered in hay,
Yeah.
but the hay is not really moving when you walk on it.
Okay, so it's so stomped.
Yes, and so filthy, grimed, and
Yeah.
mucked. You see Victor, the tavern keep, standing by the bar, pretending to clean a glass. This is, of course, hilarious, considering the rag is filthier than the glass is. He sees you and goes, "Ah, one of the 2 brothers! Where's your better half?"
Well, my better half is somewhat better than this place.
That's clever. You think of that when you were walking here?
No, not really.
What can I get you?
Tax?
I pay my taxes.
Well, according to my papers, you have not paid your taxes for the last 2 months.
2 months? You're lying. He didn't pay his taxes. He didn't pay his taxes.
How many guards now?
I flipped it.
You have no guards with you. You don't need guards to handle this.
No, I meant the kids outside.
But I say I have paid my taxes, Alder.
Yes, you do say so, but my papers says otherwise.
Your paper, you could... What paper is
My
that?
paper hasn't gotten a single failed documentation for the past 7 years.
Oh, really now? The past 7 years. Well, I've had this tavern in my I've run this tavern for more years than you've been on the Oaken Isles, you outsider.
And you still haven't paid taxes.
I paid my taxes. You have no evidence, no proof that I haven't paid my taxes.
Well then, shall we go through the treasury and your profits?
I don't have my... I don't have access to my papers right now.
So, where are your papers? Maybe I can try to get a hold of them? See
I'm
the
more of a
profits?
coin person. I don't really believe in paper money.
You're not doing this easy for us. Do I have to really get the guards to help out with this
There's
matter?
no need to be so hostile, Alder. Why don't I pour you a pint of ale and we'll just forget this entire conversation?
Why would I try to forget the entire conversation when it is my job?
But my job is serving ale. You don't see me complaining about missing money.
No, because you're the one withholding it.
Alder, don't be like that.
Whatever, give me a 2-shotter.
Trying to come me up? He takes out the special bottle, the actually good brandy that he's got, and pours you a 2-shotter.
I go ahead.
Yeah, he holds up the glass, yeah.
I take the glass.
Yeah.
Take a swig.
Jesus Christ.
Well, see you again tomorrow, Victor.
No, Toby.
Yes.
That's 1 shot. Yeah.
Yes, that's 1 shot.
And you're out.
There's 2 shots.
Perfect.
Well, Victor, see you again tomorrow, I guess.
Tomorrow.
Someday I'll get those taxes up you.
That'll be the day. That'll be the day, Alder. Alright, so you head back.
I head back.
What are your plans for tomorrow?
I'm gonna try to find as much evidence as possible for this insolent fool.
That won't be hard.
No. So, yes, I'm gonna be gathering information about...
You happen to know the supplier who actually supplies him with ale, who is keeping very close tabs on the numbers.
Yeah.
Because of you telling him to.
Yes.
So that shouldn't be a
If
problem.
anything, you can imagine my character being like... the bookkeeper from Dwarf Fortress.
Of course.
Keeping track of everything.
Of course. And the more you keep track of, the more you actually know.
And the more I get nuts.
You go crazy and you decide to make some kind of weird bead necklace. You are walking down the street to your next. Your next
The next appointment.
appointment when
Unbooked.
one of the young guardsmen comes running. Sir Alder, sir, I have a message from the Lord.
What?
He wishes to. He wishes to speak with you privately.
Right now?
Right now. Yes.
But it's tax. Never mind.
He
It's
said
tax
it's fine.
time.
He said
It's
it's
tax
specifically
time.
fine. Taxes can wait, he said.
Okay. If the Lord said so.
He did. He did say so.
Never mind. And I strut over to the castle,
All right. He heads back with you.
which is kind of hilarious. Strutting, but still he walks and
Yeah. He has to
I'm
literally
not-
walk like a zombie to not walk ahead of you.
yes. But it's being polite.
Of course, of course. And now, finally, last and by far least,
Yes.
small,
Snotty little Unger.
you are, of course, the head cleric and priest of the Temple of the God of Light.
Of course, I invented it.
Yes.
I mean, yes.
It is the
It
morning.
shines on me more than most.
Yes. Do you want to conduct your ceremony? It is the morning ceremony, after all.
I am actually done with that ceremony.
Tell us, how did it go?
Well, it was quite simple. First, I gathered the faithful around me, and as the morning light came up, I said prayers. Then I held high the holy books so the sun could bless it. And then I told everyone to reflect on the glory as the light prevails over the night, and to think about what you are supposed to be doing today. And I ended with a joke that, well, if you're here, then you're already late. No one got it, not even I. But hey, that's God's for you. Mysterious
God's
ways.
for you.
Stop. Then,
That's your God for you.
yes. Well, cunning little bastard.
It's almost like you invented him.
Yes.
Specifically for that
Right.
purpose.
Anyway, my main task is to, of course, check out the maps and areas for the location of a possible church that I am speaking to the Lord about being built. I mean, they need a proper
Yes,
church.
you're building a church.
Yes, well, that's an aspiration at least. I mean, we have standing stones all around. Easy to pull up and say, hey, holy place, church, works wonders. I even have a rune carver somewhere that's hammering in special runes in every place there is
It's true, it's true.
to truly bless it.
Perhaps a little too everywhere, really. He's
Well, no, we're not heathens or heretics. We need the faith. Everyone needs to be reminded. And who doesn't want the blessing of the sun?
There's quite a gathering actually here today. When you first arrived, they were all worshipping the
The sea serpent.
sea serpent. But you converted quite a few families. They're mostly poor farmers and
Well,
an odd merchant here and there, some fishermen,
I had a good argument.
and you have a good following. Haven't you?
Yes. I mean, do you want to worship a sea serpent that, well, kills people? Or the life-giving warm light in the sky? Well, if you don't, I mean, it might not go up, so...
That's true.
But
That's
who
true. We
knows?
wouldn't want that.
No! Especially not farmers.
No.
They would perish.
Heavens, no.
First of all.
So you finish the ceremony, and people start going out of the cramped chapel you have.
Yes, it needs to grow, as my following
It's a bit
does.
bigger.
I thank everyone for attending, standing outside, shaking hands,
Yes.
kissing babies.
One of
stuff like
the
that.
one of the worshippers, you know him as Ronan, the fisherman.
What now?
Ronan, the fisherman. Ronan, like Conan with an R.
Okay.
What?
Alright.
He comes up to you and shakes your hand vigorously and says, "Beautiful ceremony as always, my lord."
I'm not my lord, just
I mean, father. He takes.
I shake his hand.
I must say, I am so happy that you came here. I have not had this much fortune with my fishing and before now, and really, the sun it's a blessing.
It is, it
My
warms the
family has
bones.
been eating well ever since we converted to your religion.
I am so thankful.
I am so glad. I'm so thankful.
I'm hearing in my head, what does he want?
Now, I was wondering,
Yes.
since I heard you're building a new church,
Eventually, yes.
would it be possible if I helped out with a bit of the funding to maybe perhaps have a special area of seating dedicated to my family?
Well, who might say no to hardworking people, ready to dedicate their blood, sweat, and tears to the building of
Thank you.
the
Thank
house
you.
of the Lord? I will mention it to the Lord, And about the Lord, yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes. How much is this donation going to be?
Oh,
good sir?
I was thinking 50 gold.
We'll talk.
Yeah, of course.
50 gold from a fisherman.
It's life savings. This man is a fool. He is completely dedicated.
I milk this man.
Oh yes, he is sold on your religion.
I will have to make a visit to his family and convince them as much as he.
Oh yeah,
At some
his wife seems a little less.
Well, she's plain, so who cares?
Okay.
Harsh.
Very.
It's a horse.
Yes. And as you stand there, you receive a letter from the postman. No, yes, the postman.
Right, I take the note and the messenger. Thank you.
It's straight from the Lord, sir. Paid me extra to come here to you.
Oh, indeed. I flip it up and
Yes.
read it.
He asks for your attendance in his
In his presence.
Yes.
Please, the Lord, is he dying?
I
I-
will
I-
know, sir.
Do you have a horse or carriage?
I do, but I need it for my rounds.
Well, since it is from the Lord and he is quite insistent that I join him as quick as possible, could you possibly, well, allow me to mount ahead of you? Or perhaps even borrow in the horse? It's better if we both ride on it so you can pick it up later. I wouldn't
But I
wish
need
you.
it for my rounds. Sir.
Yes, but your first round now has to go to the town. I will give you my blessing.
Oh, well, in that case, absolutely. I'm sure we can do an exception.
A good man, good fellow. And I'm helped up the horse because it's so freaking tall.
It is a magnificent beast.
Yes.
It's at least 5 times your height.
Oh my god, can I lift it? I don't know.
Actually,
I'm
you're
not-
like this tall.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like 4 times your height.
5 times my
Well, horses are very big.
Yeah, 2 meters, but not 5 meters. Alright. I ride with
You're
him
not, oh yeah, you're a meter.
We are mean.
Yeah.
Tall.
5
Okay.
times that.
3 times your height, fine.
It's a big horse, yes.
A big horse in a big world.
In the end, I jump off the horse with his help. I
Yes.
thank him heartily for the service he made. I will remember that in my next sermon.
Of course.
And I give the light's blessing unto him, and I walk away to the Lord.
Of course. And the 4 of you are gathered. It's okay. And you make your way up the tower to where the Lord resides.
Stupid farmers get 50 gold. What? Yes, they're life savings. This is working.
That is the keep of the Lord.
Sounds amazing.
And as you make your way up, you of course run into each other. And, well, you all know each other, of course. You're all loyal servants to the Lord.
I don't know what you're talking
Taken in where the rest of the world wanted nothing to do with you.
That speaks to his. I need a positive word here.
Naivete.
Why did the world want us?
I wonder.
Might be a reason.
You said you walked, you stepped down from the ship, but isn't it more like you were thrown off the ship?
It doesn't really matter how we got off the ship right now.
Where is right?
Yes, it doesn't matter that we woke up on the shore.
Alive.
But
Saved by the sea serpent.
Damn that one!
he would do anything to take you into his clutches.
It must be the sea serpent.
Yes, of course.
Well, the ship's name is the sea serpent, so I have a double hatred.
Of course. You come into the chamber of the Lord. And while he has good days and he has bad days, the man is old. And this is a fact. And today seems to be a decently good day. He's sitting up, having lunch or supper. Lunch. Supper is dinner. And his daughter Stella is with him. Lord is a tall, gangly man. And he was once quite well built. But age and disease has taken its toll on him. And
It went down to the gut.
yes, well, at first, now it's almost nowhere. He's almost skeletal in his build. He eats very little and moves even less, so you're keeping him alive, thankfully.
I walk up to him and I take his plate and start. Hello, my lord, and start feeding him even more.
Oh, I can eat myself. But
Yes, I know you can, but you know me. I want to help. I'm here to help.
You are too kind of.
I really try. I really try.
His daughter, Stella, likewise is quite tall. and she has, like her father, she has silver gray hair. So that doesn't seem to be a sign of age. Rather, it's just it's the color of their hair, and the same color eyes. However, she has a much sterner face, which is from her mother. Bless her soul. Sea serpent took her.
Oh, a great god.
Yes. Oh, how we love that sea serpent. No, she is of course wild, bookish, and studious. She's no nonsense and quite bold and forward for a noble woman.
Well, she has to plug it.
Much to your dismay. She's always asking uncomfortable questions like, "What is that for?" and "What purpose do you feel here?"
I keep him alive.
I mean, just tell me how to keep him alive, and I'll keep him alive myself.
You're a noble woman. You shouldn't be doing this.
I'm his daughter.
Yes. You should go marry someone. Isn't that a daughter's duty to a father?
Get out of my sight.
No, I'm keeping him alive.
It's all right, Stella. It's all right.
Do not disturb me, woman. I'm keeping your father alive and healthy.
I step in between.
Oh,
Good day, father.
You just push him away with your foot.
Oh, just
Shoot.
slick
Oh,
inside.
yes.
Good day.
How great to see you.
I kiss his cheek and ask him how he's doing.
These trembling hand strokes at your face. Oh, I'm doing quite all right, thank you. Stella is just worrying for nothing, I assure you. I'm doing quite fine. Just this balance on the goat.
You had it for 4 seasons, my lord.
Well, 4 seasons ago in the summer, so I'm just... It's never leaving me. Yes, and Getherin, and... Alder, yes.
Yes, mate.
Yes, Alder and Unger, yes.
Yes, my lord.
I'm sorry.
No, people mix us up all the time.
Oh, yes. My loyal tax
better not
collector,
No.
an accountant, and my priests. I fear you will be doing the last sermons upon me, my friend.
My lord, we have already picked a spot.
Don't speak like that.
As honest and forward as always, I appreciate that. my
You
friend.
asked me last winter, when you were raving and screaming, pick out a spot for me high up. We have done so.
Yes, I wish to gaze upon my lands in my final time.
Yes, maybe,
Let's put the matter of my death aside for a moment.
Yes, quite
Don't forget why I've called you all here. As you are no doubt aware, my friends, there has been over a month since we had any words from the Stonehammer Quarry. And unfortunately, the ferry used to transport stone from there has not been seen or heard of in about the same amount of time. And I'm growing quite worried that my friend Ludwig, the foreman of the quarry, has fallen ill, or that perhaps something is happening there that prevents them from sending the usual shipments of granite and flint. As you know, our stone is in high demand in the capital, which is currently having a rather large expansion of cobblestone, and if we can't get any more shipments, I'm worried that the despicable Ashen Isles will pick up the contract. That we cannot stand for that. Ashen Isles, I say, they're probably worshipping the sea serpent still. The fools. So, I need you four to go there and find out what is going on.
Well, of course.
I trust you all because you, Alder, you have good oversight of the papers, and you will be able to see if perhaps someone has been disrupting the trade, as it were.
Of course I can. I can look through the papers and the paperwork of all the exports and imports.
I would send the guard captain, but as we know, he's not really fitting for the job, is he? He's better off here where nothing really happens.
Oh,
I thank you for putting trust in me.
Of course. Ludwig did write me in his last letter that there were talk of kobold raiders. And, kobolds should be no trouble to deal with. If there are more of them, I'm afraid we might have to really root out the problem at its source, as it were. That's why I want Getherin to join you, as he has proven time and time again to be an excellent warrior without peer. and to perhaps instill some matter of discipline and respect in the workers.
I will do my utmost.
Thank you.
In that case, I will join, of course.
Of course, yes. Well, I assumed you would be up for the task as well, Astra, as your expertise and knowledge in the field of, medicine is your field, isn't it? Astra, your skills in the arcane will no doubt be with great value.
Well, of course, since you're too ill to travel and still needs to be by your
I'm not
side.
too ill to travel. I've just been busy lately to travel.
Since you've been so busy lately.
Of course. Stella speaks up as the Lord starts coughing because he's been talking too long. Yeah, so
I do some honey water.
yeah,
Drink this, drink this. It's a little bit of ale in it. I say, he believes it. I mean,
his heart beats in a fairly irregular rhythm. This excitement has been a little too much for him now.
oh my.
Stella speaks up and says, yes, we have coincided with Rosamunda, the merchant. She is sending a delivery to Swan Meadow and to Stonehammer Quarry at the same time. So we figured we'd be two birds with the same stone and have you travel with the shipment as well. You will be ferried across Oak's Crossing by ferryman. Wait, hold on. Ferryman Patrick.
Ferryman Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, as you know, is the grumpy, sour, and sulky ferryman who mostly just spends his day lazing around and complaining about things. He has the only ferry
So he
besides
can
the
do
big
such things, yes.
Yeah, so he has a monopoly on ferries, as it were.
And
Besides the
Rosamunda
big-
was the traveling merchant.
Sorry?
Rosamunda.
Rosamunda, yes. She's actually not a traveling merchant, she is the local merchant of of Oak Bench. And she supplies the rest of the Isles with goods. She has an oxen cart, a cart with oxes, and her shipment goes about once every month as well. Because of the talk of kobolds, because of the talk of kobolds, we would like you to travel the road as well, because there are quite a few families living on farms and the like, and since communication is fairly lacking, we would like you to check in on them as well as you travel along the road. Kobolds, be that as they may, they are small and weak. In large numbers, they may pose a threat to unarmed families. Do you have any questions?
My lord, as we travel, visiting all these homesteads,
Yes.
should we perhaps bring some kind of simple weaponry that peasants can wield that we could leave off at each and every family as we pass?
That is a good idea, my friend. What would you recommend?
Well, what does peasants use? Axes, I guess? Stuff like that?
I suppose we can check with Rosamunda if she has a large stock of axes.
I was
Or
thinking what
do you
the
think the
quartermaster
farmers
here.
have them themselves?
Well, I suppose they would have, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Well, in that case, why not just take Ronan with us so he can chronicle our journeys as we go, and when or if
the
we...
fisherman.
No, the messenger! Sorry,
Ronan is the fisherman.
wasn't he the messenger?
Oh. No,
The one I rode in...
he was nameless.
The nameless one. Let us bring the nameless one with us, so he can chronicle our journey.
I updated you my journal.
Yes. So,
I'm not sure I trust you anymore. You don't seem to be.
well, they're all peasants. Anyway, so if we stumble onto something that is too large for us, or something, we can send someone back in a haste.
I suppose that would be fine. But the messenger, the postal boy,
He has a horse. Magnificent
well,
beast.
I suppose we could do without him for a few days.
But what could be so important?
Stella
that it
looks
could be put on hold?
skeptical, but she has no real argument against it. So.
Why would he want to bring a messenger with him?
Well, alright, if there's nothing else, then you should prepare yourself.
How many soldiers do you wish we bring with us, sire?
Oh, I'm sure you can handle this on your own.
Sire, is this really a necessary step? Isn't it? Wouldn't it be good
The more people you bring, the more food you will need to bring. The harder it will be to find some place to rest, and the less protected the capital will be.
Of course, sire.
Very well, sire.
Wise words, sire.
I need people to protect me.
I'm dying.
Yes, of course. Have you no pity?
Of course I have. Keep all the men you need. And more.
There won't be any worries. We have Getherin with us.
Of course. He is an entire army on his own.
I shall do my best.
Perfect. Excellent.
Good.
You're not feeling sickly, are you, Getherin?
Never.
Ah, that's good. Wouldn't want to see you on a bad day.
I've had bad days. They usually end up worse for other people.
I know.
Shall we have a group of entertainers with us?
Of course. Bring that too. Alright, do you...
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to bring anything with you?
Well, he's a kobold, some mountainous terrain, so I think the explorer's pack sounds like a good idea. Camping bag,
Absolutely. Which you have thankfully already purchased, correct?
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
Besides that, I mean, if we're going hunting for vermin, I think the crossbow should fit.
Indeed. Kobolds are
Notoriously bad at handling crossbow
notoriously
bolts to
easy to
head.
kill, and they're not really a big threat. So they're mostly, if there's a huge infestation of them, that might be a problem in the long run. But you're
We have
fairly
Getherin.
seasoned warriors, more or less. You have your past as pirates. Astra, you've practiced combative magics, of course. It is part of your studies. Getherin, I pity anyone who goes up against you.
Well, yes.
Yes.
So, shouldn't be a problem for you four. 5, counting the messenger boy.
He'll keep in the background carrying my bags. I mean, that's...
You have a cart drawn by oxes.
Well, yes. But if I need to get out in a hurry, he'll carry my bags and me away.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Now
I
you
see.
see.
You're quite, yeah.
The people need a break.
He's already thinking about retreat tactics.
Are you proud of your younger brother?
I am.
You taught me well.
He never picked up me, though.
That's true.
I could.
Yes. Please don't.
Right. Okay.
I bring my spell book,
Of course you.
of course.
Have you picked your spells?
Yes.
Good.
At least.
You don't need to tell me them. Just that you have your 6 spells. In 4th edition. No, you picked your spells in there too, right? I don't remember, but you apparently are limited to what spells you can use. A sorcerer and a warlock can pick any, I think.
I haven't checked those, but I know that I can use 3 cantrips and 2 first level spells.
You have your spell slots. After that, you need to rest.
But
And,
then
it's a short rest or an extended rest.
I'll have to double check.
Okay.
But then
Sure.
I know I have more spells available, so I can vary them from day to day.
Excellent.
I think it's a long rest.
Yeah, you can vary your spells. After a long rest, it all resets. I think cantrips might reset after a short hour. Short rest. I don't know.
Cantrips are you can just move through.
Oh yeah, you can use as many cantrips. Yeah, until you relearn.
And most of them doesn't use any components or anything other than verbal or semantics.
That's true. You also need to keep track on what components you're using. If it's verbal, you can't do it without speaking, stuff like that.
Okay.
Getherin, are you bringing something? I'll go
Well,
with you.
no. Well, basic gear, seeing as I'm a Dragonborn, I come from culture where armor and weaponry are very important, so I have a specific armor for this kind of occasion, this kind of
What, have a
location.
kobold hunting armor?
Basically.
Is this like nobleman's like fox hunting?
Perhaps.
Yes.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Kobold hunting. Of course.
Let's go down to the
latest fashion.
mines.
Release the dogs! Like Dragonborn riding there.
Could we have
Cross
something?
in hand.
No.
Release the
hunting
gnomes!
Could I have a like 1700
No,
hunting?
you have to pay for it.
How much money do we all have?
So,
There is some in the treasure.
No, but armor, longsword, and shield, basically.
I see.
Want us to
longsword,
say-
and shield.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a crossbow too?
Yes, and the traveler pack, and
You can bring everything you want with you essentially because you can use space on the cart.
okay.
Do you
Chainmail,
want
longsword,
to
shield,
tell you
crossbow,
exactly what we're
traveler pack.
bringing?
No. If there was anything special, you're bringing.
Nothing in particular.
Perfect. So Oak's Crossing is about it's about half an hour away, roughly, depending on how fast you travel. And Alder, Unger, you track down the messenger.
Yes.
His spry young lad at 17 has a horse.
Yes, that's the
Technically not his horse, the Lord's horse.
but he can use it.
That's true. That's true. Well, if the Lord says so, I suppose.
The Lord says so, yeah.
All right, very well then, sir. I
So
will come
bring
with
your
you.
food and bring your gear. I
I
would
will
recommend a
need
crossbow.
I will need to fetch some food and gear.
The kitchens are over there, and
Will
stables are
the
over
Lord be
there.
paying for my things?
I did not hear that. I'm sorry.
Very well, sir.
You're doing the good work for the Lord and, well, the Lord. So,
Oh,
be in the best behavior.
of course.
What should I call you, young nameless one?
You can call me you can call me
Speak up, boy.
Thomas.
Thomas.
Thomas, the
Thomas.
messenger.
Yes, Thomas the Messenger. Thank you. I'm very bad at names.
Very well, young Thomas. Be ready at when we were supposed to leave that soon, I guess.
As soon as you're ready. It's early.
Well then, gathering all my things.
I will give you 1 hour to prepare.
1 hour, but I have to tell my family.
Send a message.
With whom?
When you come back, of course.
Right.
Do I need to plan everything for you, young Thomas?
No,
Grow
of
up, be
course
a
not,
man.
Of course, sir. Of course.
Good, good.
How did I get pulled into this?
No, this will be an adventure for you.
Oh,
Females will flock to you, and if you survive,
females.
well, I guess.
It's not human.
Is he human?
Yes.
Well, in that case, yes, of course. Bring sweets too. We love sweets.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Very well, sire. I will bring sweets.
See you in an hour.
Of course. my
I'll
lord.
walk away and fetch my stuff.
Yes. Well, I
Yeah.
go back to my chambers and grab my papers for and look. Alder goes through the recent months of production from Stone.
It's been fairly even most of the time. There's been a set quota of rocks coming in, and the occasional reports of kobold encounters and similar things. And the last month report, bless you, before the shipments stopped coming, the only thing worthy of notice is that they were going to try to create a new mining shafts.
Yes. Yeah. They found a new.
They found a new vein of granite. I don't know if they come in veins.
So,
New source of granite.
well, pure granite or something.
Pure granite.
They found something worthy of hacking
Yes,
into.
of course. So
Yes.
they're hacking away at that.
Yes.
And indeed, the samples were purer than usual. And then,
Of course. Yes. They're pure.
scratch it. Pure granite.
Grind it
This
and snort
good
it.
for bones.
tastes so
Is it good indeed?
granity.
If it's pure granite, it bends when you bite it.
It breaks the teeth just
Smells
right.
well.
The teeth bends.
Of course, of course. I feel like before we continue, I need a coffee.
Is it a bite?
Bye.
Fika break, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
If that's okay with you watchers. Who wants
Say no.
Yes, coffee.
Let's go get coffee.
Coffee.
We'll be right back. I'm terribly sorry, but it's late.
It's a little bit late. It's not bad yet, though.
No. You got time.
For
So
some.
that
not
means you guys
late.
watching can go have some coffee too. We're back. Let's focus on what we were. So you've taken the things you need, and you will be departing at noon-ish. Is the time set for departure?
The same day or the following day?
Same day, unless you have objections.
No.
I have no further plans.
Yeah.
Except tax collecting.
It was fairly early in the morning, so
Yes.
you have a few hours before you depart. So if you want, you obviously get changed into your traveling gear,
Bring a spare.
of course. And you make your way to Rosamunda.
Rosamunda.
Rosamunda. Sorry, not Rosamunda. She owns the local, well, what would you call it? She's the local grass merchant. So she sells everything from vegetables to weapons. Of course, she doesn't sell a lot of weapons because there hasn't been any conflict on the Oaken Isles since the
Surrender. I mean, they accepted annexation.
the alliance, the forming of the
Oh, yeah.
alliance.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which totally wasn't the Oaken Isles getting their ass handed to them.
Of course not.
Of course not. Rosamunda is a fairly thick-set older woman. She took over the store after her husband died, and it has actually gone better since he died.
Excellent.
She's quite merchant.
More tax.
What?
Of course, more taxes. And the store is packed, as always, both with people and wares. But when she spots you coming through, who goes there, by the way? Everyone, or?
Well, I suppose we go there together.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be traveling from there.
Yeah.
I follow Getherin.
Okay.
I mean, it's
I try to keep up.
Yes. I don't want him stepping on me.
One of his steps is like 4 of yours.
It's more like I don't want someone who's twice the height and I don't know
Why
how
don't
deep.
you just climb onto him? He probably won't even notice you're there.
Me's walking.
One
Have like
gnome
a
on
basket
each
on your
leg.
back. You're like, what's his face?
Order.
The from Thunderdome.
Oh, Master Blaster.
Master Blaster, yeah.
But smarter.
But smarter.
Slightly.
Just a teensy bit. Let's say that Astra is the one who goes into the store. The rest of you wait outside. And Rosamund goes, Astra, my girl! Of course, have you come here to purchase something? I have a sale on potatoes right now. I have too many of them. I don't know what to do with them.
Rosamunda, it's nice to see you.
Of course.
We were actually hoping to travel with you.
I'm not going anywhere, girl. Too old! These bones will break if I leave the store. Really, I should have checked out. But yes, you're going with the caravan. You're the replacement driver, the Lord. Replacement guard, the Lord offered. Tell me, do you know how to drive a wagon?
No, of course I don't.
Then who will be driving it?
Getherin.
Oh yes, Getherin, of course. He handle anything.
Just
I'll put the oxes on my back.
Now you put the oxes on the cart and pull it.
And
Okay,
the
but
Lord
the-
told you the route you'll be taking?
yes, with the ferry.
Yeah, yes. The Swan Meadow and then to Stonehammer
Yeah.
Quarry and then back. Of course, you don't even need to know that the oxen have gone away so many times they could do it in their sleep. Are you sure you don't want any potatoes?
Well,
Really, it's a kilo for silver. You can't get a better deal. Don't slurp.
I won't need any potatoes.
Yeah, sorry.
But do you happen to have a piece of
Potato?
not potato,
Slice.
just a piece of string?
A piece of string. Which color? Which thickness? Which material? I have them all. Silk, hemp,
Assorted lengths.
spiderweed, silk. I only have about a quarter of an inch of that though.
Well,
It's
just
expensive.
a meter of silk thread.
Absolutely, my dear. That would be 5 copper, please.
I hand the copper.
I just, yeah. You're not going to haggle?
No.
Easy money. Your pockets.
No one haggles with Rosamunda.
Of course not. They know what's best for them. No
Well,
one with
except
their...
him.
Well, no one with the right mind.
Of course, exactly what I was thinking. You get out in the back, and of course the cart is already packed. The 2 oxen are standing there, chewing, well, grass, as it were.
Gravel.
These are normal oxen.
Stonehammer Quarry, so.
I climb up into the cart and take the best spot.
Oh, hello.
Of course.
That's my spot you're trying to occupy. I'm sitting here. Sorry.
Of course, you sat.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
No, most people don't.
Excuse me.
It's all right, you forgive her, right?
No, not that my brother.
But the Lord forgives her.
Yeah. We'll talk about that one.
Let's go through the details later. So, yeah, no, it's fine. Any seat is really fine for me. I'll just get a little bit of interest for each passing minute.
Of course, it's ticking in your head like a meter.
1 copper, 2 copper, 3 copper.
Big picture.
Very well. You get on the cart and you start making your way down to the docks, really, which is, like I said, about half an hour. Not really docks, more like a ferry.
Yeah. It's a ferry crossing.
A ferry, yes. And finally, you get to your destination, Oak's Crossing, where ferryman Patrick, the simple, sour, and salty man, who sits on the what do you call it? The
Ferry?
well, he doesn't actually sit on the ferry. He
The
sits-
dock?
The dock. Oh, I guess he sits on the dock, fishing, with his hat
Jetty?
pulled down over his head. What?
The jetty?
The jetty. Thank you. So
I have met him before.
you have.
I produce, as I know, sailors love, a small thing of ale. And I... Getherin, tap him. Wake him up, gently please. Oh, God. Not with the blade.
I walk up and gently tap his
No,
back.
okay. What do you want?
Good morning.
Who are you?
You know me. Getherin.
Ah, yes, the Dragonborn.
Yes.
What do you want?
Well, we were thinking we were going to join you on the ferry.
This ferry's not going anywhere.
Well, according to the time schedule, it's supposed to leave in, less than an hour.
Time schedule. This ferry travels whenever I feel like it, and I don't feel like it.
Rosamunde has a delivery, remember?
Rosamunde can do her own delivery. Get her own ferry. I'm fishing.
You don't seem to be catching anything.
Not now, you're scaring away the fish, you big lizard.
Young Patrick, if you wouldn't mind, bring all our gear onto the ferry
Oh,
and
the priest.
we'll just take it ourselves.
I'm not doing anything for you.
No, of course not. Sit there, slumber. We'll use your ferry and return it in due course.
The sea serpent will eat you, son, one of these days.
Well, no.
Yes,
Right.
yes, he will. Mark my words, ever since you lot came to these isles, I've had nothing but trouble.
Yes, people are getting better lives and perhaps a deity that doesn't eat them on raw occasions. How is your mother? Oh,
Good God requires sacrifices.
So you sacrificed your mother. You are a dedicated man, sir.
Yes.
And just because of that,
Regardless-
here is a bear.
Oh,
I hand him
Thank
a
you.
small bear.
thank you, I suppose.
Well, you work hard and it is a thankless job, we know.
That's true.
So you have a choice here, good sir. We are going to cross with using your ferry. The question is, do you want to steer it or should we? We will return it after
You're not
our
steering
cross.
my ferry, I'm steering my ferry.
Excellent, sir. Let's go.
What? What did I agree to?
Cast off.
What?
Come on.
Excellent.
So while you've been talking, the rest of you have gotten the car onto the ferry, and then you're pushing the and he dumps her. That's my ferry! Oh, Rosamund will hear of this, I swear.
Excellent. It was her wish.
It's a silver each.
Yes, she will pay it. We are on her clock, man. On the Lord's time, on the dime.
I swear, shouldn't be letting these strange demi-humans and freaks onto the Isles.
So why are
I
you
think
here,
a good old-
sir?
Yeah,
I think I can see a little bit of both blood in you.
Shut up.
On your knees.
He grumbles and gets to the rudder of the ferry, which is so small that once the cart and all of you got onto it, there's about this much left until it starts taking in water.
Great.
Luckily, you're only going for about 15-20 minutes across, but they are very long 15-20 minutes, because he starts complaining, and he complains about the weather, he complains about the Lord, and he complains about...
You know, if you had the sun for a deity, you would be much warmer and nicer and happier.
I don't want to be much warmer, I've been burning my neck. I had this weird black spot that's just been growing for weeks. See, and it's this big hairy litter spot.
Yes, it will kill you. Change deity.
If the C7 wants it, that's how it's gonna be.
Yes, why have a good life?
He doesn't seem very interested in having a good life.
No. I will have to do something about that, man. Sooner or
He
later.
seems more interested in having to complain on something.
Indeed.
And everything.
You make your way across.
After a long, tedious ride.
A long, tedious ride. And it's going to be even longer because it will take roughly a day of car traveling to get to where you're going. Let's not think about the map and the scale of things. The road is just very windy going on.
It's a cart. I mean, it goes so slow.
Yes, and you need to visit all these households. It'll
Yes.
take a long time.
Collecting taxes.
No, not collect taxes. No. You do that once.
Special tax.
You do that twice a year when they actually come to the big market day in Oak Branch. That's when you collect the taxes from farmers.
Well, for them at least. They're in luck.
As far as they know. Sneak around during the night and just steal their stuff. Hey, taxes!
Sneak tax! Oh no, tax collector.
Yeah, if you sneak up
No one
behind someone, you get
expects
you the
the
extra
tax
taxes.
collector.
1d6 gold points taken.
Critical tax.
When you reach level 5, you learn
Multi-tax.
advanced interest. Cellular loans.
Compound interest.
Mobile loans. Massive interest.
Oh,
Yes.
critical interest. Sorry.
But you arrive at the port of Swan Meadow, and it's basically a few houses. Really, there's not much else there. There is a inn, which is not. Well, it's in a better state than the Acorn, that's for sure. It's called the Clam's Secret.
What? Clam's secret.
Yes. That's the name of the inn.
Of course.
Yeah, well, I mean, clams is commonly eaten here.
Yeah.
I'm on the beach all the time. The owner of the Clam Secret is Rusty Pike. He's a quiet man. He's suspicious. And he pays his taxes on time.
Yes, I like him.
So he's reliable.
Yes.
And, well, that's where you're dropping off the first wares. You have the option of staying there for the night if you want, but considering it's just 1 in the afternoon, then
That seems a little bit wasteful.
yes. You,
Unless the lady wishes to stay.
It's
you.
only 1 o'clock. Oh, it's just midday.
Yes. The sun is up, it's shining well, and we're all healthy and fine. I sing a hymn, and I praise the light.
praise the light.
Yes, I raise my hands to light, of
Through the
course.
light.
And I rejoice at the dominance of the light.
The light.
Light!
Light.
Yes, I grow
Yes,
higher.
you have some followers here too.
Yes,
Just random fishermen like light when you mention it.
it is so awesome being a celebrity here.
Yeah. I do that.
You certainly chose a right show.
Come here, good slice. No.
You slit his throat.
What did
In
you
broad
actually say?
daylight.
Are you that pirate?
Of course not. It's
Thank
just
God.
pirates, not just a myth.
But there are no pirates.
There are no pirates in the Isles. You must be kicked.
Dispose of the
Well,
corpse.
I will tax him. Spreading such vicious lies.
You continue, I suppose, up north then, towards Stonehammer. Soon enough, you find yourself on the fields of Fairy Isle, the biggest isle, sort of. And here, the surrounding is quite different from Oak Isle. There's lots of small farmsteads with their own plots of lands, and you have wheat and corn growing in fields. You, of course, have your root fruits, beetroots, potatoes and beetroots and radishes and the occasional carrot fields. And you see people working, plowing or actually getting rid of weeds and harvesting some of the earlier fruits. There's many orchards of apples and pears made to make juice and things like that. Cider, very good cider from
very good
Isle.
exporting.
They export it to the captain. And you get the occasional wave and some children half running, half walking next to the cart, wondering where you're going.
You go away.
Go away, little goblins.
If you don't have a job yet, you're not of
I
interest.
talk with them happily.
They don't see you quite as often. You recognize some of them, of course, because they've gone to the market with their parents. They seem very fascinated with your tail and with your horns and your...
Well, I keep the tail kind of hidden beneath the skirts.
But you still look very strange. You two are... Well, all four of you are very strange. They mostly point the laugh at the two brothers.
I smile, wave, and preach out the sun.
And
some of
curse them
seem
under your
to,
breath.
Seem to listen quite well to you.
And sometimes I ask them about, have you seen anything strange around as we cross the roads? Kobold related, because there are apparently pests around here.
The children don't know anything about kobolds. But they do tell you that their parents told them to be indoor before the sun went down.
That is good.
Yeah.
When the sun isn't out, it isn't safe.
Okay. Besides your lord.
Yeah.
I take out my book and write that one down. It's good, it's good. Darkness is evil, yes.
But you visit the small... people don't live in one house there and one house there and one house there. It's more like you have bigger farmsteads with several houses and a big empty plot in the middle. Typical Swedish larger farms. So you visit a few of them and you check on things. And this far south, there hasn't been any kobold sightings, aside from the usual one or two sightings, which might as well be carved rock made in a strange shape by a rock carver. He does tend to do his experimental rock construction.
Well, he is over-eager here. So I told him to carve one rune and suddenly there's an entire stunning stone orchard filled with runes.
He is a strange man. That
I do not rein him in. I like that. I mean,
you feed in his ambition.
Yes.
I haven't seen him for weeks.
No, but there's strange carvings everywhere. Even a horse that he went with. I mean, strange man.
He carved a horse.
I don't know. I haven't seen the horse since.
At least he tried.
But light soon begins to fall, and you find yourself roughly in the middle between two large farmsteads. The next farmstead will be the McGreedy's, and that's another couple of kilometers.
The McGreedy's.
McGreedy's, yes.
Okay.
Macready. They're not locals.
No.
Neither are we.
But that's still a couple of hours away, and well, the sun is setting. So luckily, there are plenty of places along the road where you can make camp, should you wish to. Do you do that? I wouldn't recommend going by carriage in the dark. It's usually not very safe, considering these roads are not very well made.
What? You mean the beasts can't see in the dark?
They can break their legs.
Weak beasts.
Yes.
Foxes.
I mean, it's harder than horses breaking their legs. Oh, and of course, the messenger is documenting everything.
Good.
I think. He certainly has a notebook up and he's doing something with it.
Dear God, I'm bored.
Surprisingly, very
Next day.
No, probably it's more like the most exciting day of my life. Dear God, I am so bored.
All right. So you decide to set up camp,
Yes.
Yes.
and
We shall sleep tonight,
okay.
and we shall look at the sunrise in the morning,
How do you
and be
sleep?
blessed by this light that shines upon us.
Yes.
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 How,
Yes.
how do you sleep? Do you have each have separate tents, or
Oh dear God, yes.
did you bring them?
Yes.
Do you have a tent?
Is there a tent? Explorer's pack?
I don't think an explorer's pack has.
Well then, that's a bedroll it is.
No. I open the explorer's pack and roll the pack myself into it. And I am tiny.
That's true.
It is a big bag. I am sleeping inside it.
You are sleeping in bedroll.
Yes.
Robbers come in the night, steals the backpack. Doesn't notice there's a gnome in it.
Tiny.
You
I did not think of that.
do you have an
Um,
explorer's pack?
No, I have a scholar's pack. That does not include.
You can cover yourself with books.
Well, I'm guessing I have a cloak.
The cards?
You have a cloak. This is going to be a very uncomfortable night for you.
Yes.
Well, perhaps Thomas, the messenger, has some more
No.
experience with this.
No, he didn't bring anything either.
Wait, he didn't bring sweets?
Yeah, well, sweets.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
Well, I
very-
mean, off the road, I suppose, just find the softest spot I can find.
okay. Thomas is sleeping on the carriage on a bag of potatoes.
Oh,
Getherin, you.
Well, being the one who's been on the road most, I'd say I actually more or less park the cart up against some kind of rock formation or dense amount of trees and bushes,
All right.
creating some kind of shelter for the others. And I do believe I lend my traveler pack to the others because I won't be sleeping. I'll be keeping guard.
I see.
excellent lizard.
Being Dragonborn, I don't know how much sleep they.
I think they need the usual amount of sleep. But
All right.
You can sleep on the cart the morning.
Well, some of the others should be able to take over driving for a while.
Yes.
So yes.
Okay. You've been on the road for quite a while, so I want you to roll a Constitution save to see if you manage to stay awake during the night. And that means that you have a Constitution saving roll, which is supposed to be. Let's see here. It is +5. So roll a d20 and add +5 to that.
This is 21, right? 5.
So that's a 10.
It's
and
not
you-
very much.
No, it's not. And you stay awake for quite a few hours, but unfortunately, despite your Herculean constitution, you fall asleep. Do you have a fireplace set up, or are you just sitting in the dark?
Do you have dark vision?
Dark vision?
Dark vision is not night vision, though, I think. Or dark vision is
Dark vision is the better one.
Yeah, that's right. The other one is night vision or something.
Or today.
I think Getherin has dark vision, actually. Let me see.
Yes.
No, he does not.
He's in here staying out in the dark now. I can't see.
He doesn't.
I have.
We have.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you do. You have dark vision 60 feet, but Getherin does not. So,
Well, I'm on top of
presumably-
the cart.
Do you have a fire?
Not on top of the cart.
So you're sitting in the dark on top of the car.
Yes. But there's a small fire in the sheltered area.
All right. Well, the last thing you see before sleep takes you over is the fire, and you fall asleep sitting on the cart,
Alright.
and you are woken up by a sling shot hitting. That's a natural 20.
You don't fake.
Straight
Always
on the
happens.
snout.
This always happens. So natural 20, that's...
David and Goliath.
When you get a natural 20, I need to read up on the comment
You
rules.
double the dice.
You double the dice. You roll 1 extra damage, right?
Yep.
So that's 2d4 plus 4 then.
Excuse me?
4?
Where the fuck
How do you throw your
How
dice?
do you throw those?
Did someone slingshot dagger?
You wake up and almost die
Yeah.
from a sling shot hits you in the side of the head.
All right.
For 12 damage.
Well,
Okay, so it's not just the slingshot.
You have 1 HP left.
shot.
And
To the messenger!
that's... I rolled 2 4s, I just want to say.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So,
Right. Oh shit. Whoops. I need to fix that. Okay. I want you all to roll initiative.
Do we
and
wake?
you wake up from the screaming of the Dragonborn. Who has 1 HP left.
From a slingshot.
That's not just the slingshot. It's
There was
the
something very sharp in there.
slingshot falling off the cart, doing a tumble,
Hitting a rock while falling.
falling into the
It's not a
ash, the
slingshot, it's a
glowing
fucking
ashes
ballista.
of
Fire. Yeah. You wake everyone up. So
I mean, if a singular one of them can take out that guy.
Yeah, alright. Initiative.
Oh
let's
my
let's
God.
get it over with.
Shit.
God.
I was not
21?
kidding. I rolled everything.
D20.
Yeah. We know.
Uh,
Because it's you. It's almost always like,
initiative
oh,
is
the
your-
first roll. Someone almost dies.
6, so you take your...
Yeah, there you
It's
should have an
modifier.
initiative. Your initiative.
That's,
It's your
Getherin, your initiative is +2. So roll a d20 and add 2 to it.
4.
Really?
Wait.
No,
What the fuck is this?
no, he's strange in the head right now. I mean,
Yeah.
He's in
That
shock.
makes
That's
sense. Oh, there we go.
something almost killed me. An axe didn't do it.
When-
I
okay.
took an axe the size of a small child, but slingshot? No, fuck.
Those rocks, man. Those
Yeah,
rocks.
here you had 4 initiative.
It's pure granite.
Astra,
11.
11. Alder,
15.
15. And Unger, 17. The kobolds get to act first because they rolled 21 initiative.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh well, I'm dead.
3 kobolds wielding daggers from all the undergrowth. Apparently, they had hoped to kill you with 1 hit.
Oh, drats! They didn't like maximize their damage. Just at that HP.
This
though.
is a lot of damage. So they come sneaking towards you. They are approaching Getherin because they, of course, are wanting to finish him off. But they're not close enough to get to Getherin yet this round. So, however, 2 more slingshots are fired out of the dark, and one of them fires at Astra.
Oh no.
19, so that's a hit. Astra, you
What are you
take.
doing?
It wasn't on
Are you kidding me?
No.
You take 6 damage.
I must ruin that said 6.
Sharpshooters, I tell you.
I take 6 damage.
Take 6 damage.
So, I salute this podcast.
Okay,
It was
and the
fun
next
while
one
it
fires at
lasted.
Unger. Should I go with the first roll? Because that was another 19.
Well, I guess I'm not sleeping in my armor stuff. So
I can't
guess,
cheat, so...
so I guess.
You only take 4 damage.
Well, yeah.
Only.
What are these slingshots made of?
Or wouldn't you like
Death.
to know? Okay.
The pellets are the finest Stonehammer Quarry granite.
Look!
Let me actually... I'm gonna...
No, they set up a sling between 2
let me see
trees.
here. I'm just gonna do this.
It's not rocks,
See a
it's
character and just...
boulders.
I'm gonna fix this. This will take a little moment.
Dear God,
I'm just
we're
gonna
doomed.
copy the camera.
Yeah.
It's kobolds and we're doomed.
You
Surprise, I'm the next first. I mean, we're. Oh,
Surprise attack.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's cam 3. Oh, there we go. And I'm just gonna copy the cams onto the. Because I didn't set the cameras for the combat thing.
I understand you.
Going fast,
else
going very
does.
fast. The streams will be seeing this. but
It's all happening in real time.
It is. Isn't this exciting? Meanwhile, why doesn't Unger tell us what he's gonna do?
Right, Unger. Get up. Ow! Mother! Bitch! Ah! Ooh, it smells bad here.
It does. It smells of blood.
Yeah, I'll grab my, the closest face, the scepter and my shield, I guess. I mean, stuff that's thrown at me. And I take cover behind the wagon because, or do I see anything?
You see 3 kobolds in the camp near the light, and there are 2 kobolds or more in the forest firing slings at you.
I grab my brother and drag him behind the wagon.
Yes.
To cover.
Yes. Remember, you have second wind. You know about that ability.
I have no idea what it does, but
You regain some hit points.
Yes. Second wind means you regain your hit die. Let me see here. I actually wrote it down for you. Second wind regains your hit die plus 1 HP. You can do it once per day. I think it's a free action.
I don't know, but as my bonus action, I scream at Getherin, "Get the fuck up and kill them!" by using healing word.
Unger, you have 7 HP left, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I heal him for some HP too.
Perfect. You heal him.
Yeah, healing word. Bonus action.
Nice.
I scream at him, "Get up!" I don't know that this is magic. I'm just doing it and stuff happens. 4, 5.
Get up.
You
You're
get 5 hit
fine.
points back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kill them! Kill them! Please
Getherin
Save us.
murdered them.
save our souls!
Perfect. And after that, it's Alder's turn. What does Alder do?
Yes.
Not
What
yet.
Alder does.
I drop you down behind the wagon beside him.
Yes. And the first thing Alder does is cower behind the wagon wheel and then draws his rapier, tries to hide and not be seen.
I see.
So he's hiding.
He's waiting for an opportunity to sneak behind him
Of course.
for a sneak attack.
There's not. Well, right now they are coming from an angle that you can't sneak behind them. But next turn you can probably get behind them.
Exactly.
I want you to roll. I guess hiding, is that a skill? Stealth.
Yes.
Yeah, I want you to roll stealth.
Let's go with another thing, shall we? A 4.
Right? You don't really.
Don't you have more?
They spot you and yell in Draconic, and you hear, "I can smell a fat one! He's hiding behind the cart!" Very
Yes,
screechy.
it's
A strange dialect of Draconic, but you understand it.
all right.
Getherin. Yes, alright. And now it is, that was Alder, and that means it's Astra's turn to act.
Were they in the forest?
They are in the forest, yes. You can try to spot them.
I have dark
Oh, you have dark
vision.
vision, so you see them moving in the edges of the woods. They're regarding their slingshots.
How far away would you say?
I would say maybe 15-20 meters.
In feet?
Maybe 60 feet.
Okay,
They're
never mind.
within 60 feet.
Who uses the measurement of feet?
Alright, it's insane.
The rule book does.
They should
Metric
convert
system.
it.
Alrighty then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Firebolt
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
You shoot a firebolt at one of them.
at one of them.
Alright, that means you. How does that work?
She spreads the demon seed.
Okay, so it's
Yes?
vocal and
accepts
needs movement. You hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object within range, 120 feet.
That's within range.
On a hit, the target takes 1d10 fire damage. A flammable object hit by the spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
So you fire at one of the kobolds.
Yes.
You have to roll what? See?
Spell attack. Okay. Okay. Proficiency bonus should be
2.
2, and int modifier is 3. Okay,
Yeah,
thank
so-
you.
So 5 plus 5. And you have to roll against AC.
Yes.
Yeah.
12.
12. That's a hit. So roll damage. You see how Astra just summons up a ball of fire with her hands
And shouts fireball
in, I would assume, another language.
in Infernal.
Infernal.
So it's
She said, I'll eat your soul.
throws a ball of fire from the depths of hell itself.
it just appears.
Yeah.
Now we know.
7.
7. So you fire at the kobold.
At
And-
one of them.
At one of them, and you hear a muffled shriek of panic before it's engulfed in flame, and a charred skeleton just collapses to the ground and sets fire to the ground beneath it.
This is why we don't trust her.
You
This is why we
see
don't
the other kobold in the wood just. Holy shit!
Yeah.
But that was Astra's turn, so now it is Getherin's turn. You're standing up like, ugh, bleeding profusely from the side of your head, but thankfully the cheers of the priest have somehow made you
Feel better.
recover some health.
All right.
You feel better. Kill him.
It's just
Well-
an aneurysm.
Of course.
He's like Warren. He has 7 brains.
What? Getherin, what do you do? There are three kobolds
three of
approaching.
them.
You can run up to any one of them and attack them.
Kill him.
Is
Essentially kill them.
is it possible to attack multiple targets?
Not unless you have an attack that specifically targets multiple targets.
How about acid breath?
Don't you have a jet? You shoot at. You
A
don't have
cone
cloud.
or
You
something
don't have
like
a
that.
cone. You have a.
Okay.
So nope.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure it wasn't a cone.
well, you have a book there. Just check it out. I thought it was a code.
All of you have better knowledge
You're,
of this
you're a
than me.
black dragon. That.
Yeah, well, let's check this out so we know for the
Very
future.
well. I'll check it out. Dragonborn.
Because that would help us
Black.
against the
Oh, I actually opened the page right away. Black acid. It's a lion. So yes.
Right.
more than
One target.
One target.
one target.
All right.
Unless he shoots through one and no.
Can we do that?
No.
If we do enough damage, he dies and...
I don't think. No.
First of all, Daniel, he needs cleave.
All right. So you, what do? Do you shoot acid at one of them, or
Well, that because they're going to reach fighting distance next round.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Next round they will be able to attack any of the party members.
Okay. So I won't really save any distance, so to say, by using a projectile attack.
No.
No. But I could lesser the damage done to me. They can't attack me at that distance, right? But I can.
They have slings, all of them. But
Ah.
these three have daggers pulled.
Okay.
I mean, you can just try to goad them to attack you. Just to make matters worse, they're actually red-skinned kobolds. Kobolds, by the way, are little lizard people. Essentially, they look kind of like a dragon if dragon had children with its sibling for a couple of generations.
They are
Okay.
small dragonborns.
Yes, they're weak, failed, small, of course.
All right. Well, I don't know how this works, but
Run up, hit them.
yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Charge them.
You
Yes.
run up to one of them and
Beat him into submission.
all right.
Ooh.
Roll to attack. That would be your proficiency bonus plus your
Strength modifier.
strength modifier. Don't you also get a bonus for being proficient with weapons?
Nope, you don't
Okay.
get disadvantage.
Oh, that's right. All right, so that's 2 plus the strength bonus, which is 5. So roll
Right.
the 20 and add 7 to that. My God. What did you roll?
Yes.
A 1?
No.
A 2?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
it seems
Still
your luck.
These are loaded.
Yeah, so are these. Your luck ran out after you created your character. I knew this would happen. So Getherin runs forward and bellows a war cry of his people and swings his blade, only to miss because the enemy is small and pathetic and a little bit too fast for him.
Even with the fucking +7. Yeah.
And new turn. The kobolds, despite the brutal murder of one of the comrades, seem like at least they think they still have the upper hand, considering the damage they caused you in a surprise round. So another kobold joins his brother to fight you, Getherin. Whereas the third kobold runs towards you, thinking that you're hiding behind the cart because you're weak and frail.
No!
Yes.
No!
It runs towards the accountant. And the slingshotter is slinging another shot at Astra this time.
Oh no.
And we'll start with the slingshotter. You have what armor classes are you?
None.
10 plus your dex then.
10 plus dex points.
Oh, you mean 12?
12. Okay. That's a hit.
You rolled 19 again, didn't you?
No, I didn't. However, I did roll 6 damage. So Astra, you are knocked out.
Yes.
What the? It's...
Yes, that's true.
Go back to hell.
What did you say? 6 damage again?
Yes, so you're at -5.
Yes.
You don't die.
There is a minus in this. You're dead.
No.
I'm knocked
there
out.
is, because if you get your total HP in minus, you die.
No,
I'm almost dead.
He's dying.
It is if you take your total HP times 2.
No, that's not 5th edition, I think.
We'll check it out.
Yeah, we'll show you later. Also, you're down to the count, unfortunately, but you did take one of them with you, which is better than any of these clowns. And then we'll have one going for Alder.
No!
Yes. And he rolls a 16. What's your armor class?
Well, not nearly high enough.
Right, so you take damage.
Yes. Please don't, please don't, please don't.
You take 4 damage.
Help.
Alder, you're down at 6 HP.
Yes. 6 HP, that is...
Yes, and then the two fighting
Worse.
Getherin, who has... Your armor class is 18, or is it 20?
18.
18. You're going to have a slightly harder time fighting you. However, kobolds have the rule pack tactics. Means they have advantage against an enemy if there's 2 of them nearby.
Yeah, well, an advantage is rolling 2 dice, picking the higher.
Yes, exactly. You get to roll twice and pick the highest result. So he misses the first one and misses the second one. And then the second one attacks you. It's a miss. That's a hit. And he causes
Do not do it.
4 damage.
Dude.
You are down to 2 HP. However, that's the end of the kobold's turn. And now it is Unger. What do? Astra is lying on the ground, bleeding from a wound in her shoulder. A deep wound. The stone is lodged into your shoulder.
Alright.
So,
well, firstly I'm gonna get up! And again, it's a healing word.
yeah.
My bonus action. And then I do the only thing I can think of. I start praying, please let us survive this. And I bless my 3 friends to produce better. So every time you attack or need to roll a saving throw, you add 1d4 to that.
Nice. Nice.
Oh yeah, and you regain... Damn, 7 hit points.
7.
Wow.
So you're up at 2.
What?
That means you're up and... does that mean she actually can fight again? Or...
Yeah, she has 7 hit points. She's awake.
No, she has 2 hit points. Oh yeah, no, 7. You're right.
0, bam.
7. So after you feel the wound kind of knit itself together again, as it
Tiny
time
voice, full of spite, saying, "Get up!"
Push out the rock. Wounds heal.
the wound is healing on its own.
Nice.
You're up and standing again.
Welcome back, X23.
And now it is whose turn is it? It is Alder's turn.
Yes!
There's a little kobold poking his knife at you.
I rush up and I go ahead and get in back to my fencing position with my rapier and I start poking him.
Poke him with your rapier. Go ahead and poke. I mean roll.
Don't forget this one.
No, for hit.
Yeah,
Roll a
two
d4,
hits.
yeah.
You add those.
That is interesting. Yes. Well, I roll a what is it now? +2 on there, so 17.
17. That's a hit.
Great. My
Well done.
rapier will deal the massive amount of 5 damage.
High damage.
Plus
You
that.
you
Is a rapier plus dexterity into damage.
It is
I think so, yes.
it's a finesse weapon.
That's a finesse
Yes,
weapon, so-
okay. Yes, so then it's 7.
Yes. You fight the kobold, push away his dagger, and then pierce in through the skull, through the eye, and the body quivers and then falls dead on your body. You pull it out, dripping with blood and viscera. That's what you get for messing with an accountant.
Pay your taxes, people.
That's what happened to the one who didn't pay. And with Alder's turn out of the way, it is now Astra's turn. Astra, you're up and standing again, miraculously.
Yes.
There's 2 kobolds fighting Getherin, and there's one still in the forest. The one who took you down.
Okay. Have I understood this correctly? If I use a spell, I can't use that again. It's used for the day.
Which spells do you memorize for today? Oh, no, you can use the same spell again. You have slots. You can put any spell into the set. Like you have six spells.
I've chosen today's spells, and I can use.
I don't think you choose today's spells, actually. You have only 6 spells available to you, and you can learn more spells later on for your spellbook.
Yeah, but how many?
You can use the same spell twice, because spell slots can be used for anything.
Okay.
So you can use Fireball again.
I'll use
And
Firebolt again.
Please don't burn me.
The forest is quite on fire now, by the way.
Uh-oh.
What?
Consequences.
It was just a small.
More kobolds will see this.
It's okay. It's manageable still. It's the summer, so it's quite dry. You throw another firebolt.
We did not do this.
She
did.
No, she's
Yes,
not. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, you use a firebolt.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
On one of those fighting. No, wait.
That would give you a penalty because they're engaged in close combat. I
Okay,
think
close
it's a
combat.
penalty? Yes.
I don't know.
I'll take down the other one in the forest.
Okay.
Don't forget to add your d4. That's to hit.
To hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
14.
14. That's a hit. Roll damage.
Is that
Oh,
not
only
for
crit.
damage? 7.
7 damage. You don't add any damage to that, or?
I don't think any spell adds.
No.
to that.
No. Okay. 7
just
damage.
10.
The kobold bursts into flames as he's hit with the blob of hellish fire thrown at him, and as he collapses to the ground, shrieking as air is pushed out of his lungs, more forest catches fire. And
Fire!
and with that out of the way, it is now Getherin's turn. Getherin, you're fighting 2-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite more easier to see now, by the way.
Yes, I can imagine.
It's okay. You can still put this fire out, probably.
Probably.
Let's take a deep breath and blow.
Does any of you have water spells?
What?
Well,
Do you take us devoted followers
Yes.
of the sea secret?
You heathen!
not much to do but to...
I know I have enough power to put out a small campfire.
You could probably use that. It's a cantrip, right?
Yes.
You could probably use that several times.
Again and again and again.
Yeah. Cantrips you have to pick, I think.
Yeah.
But the spell slots you can use for whatever.
Okay.
It's not like 2nd edition where you had to pick spells before you went to sleep.
Yeah.
That was insane. Anyway, sorry, Kieran. Yes?
Well, I'm thinking I have some stats on the longsword I have. 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
Does that do anything
As
for
a
me?
damage.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you
So
hold it in
when
two
you
hands,
roll to attack, Getherin, you roll +7, and then if you hit, you cause 1d8 +5 damage.
Alright.
or if you hold the sword in two hands, in this case you do 110.
Yes, and if you fight with no shield, that means lowering your armor class 2, you get +2 to damage because you have dueling fighting style.
Oh. Just slice them.
But only if you use it one-handed. You can't use two-handed.
Alright. I guess I roll.
Okay.
Don't forget your d4.
Roll +7 and add a roll d20 and d4
Yeah.
together.
To hit.
Roll your d4 too.
D4. I'll
Where'd you buy this?
What did you roll?
4.
4 +7 is 11.
And what does this even mean?
One.
At the bottom.
That's a 1.
Okay, so you roll 12. That's a hit. Despite one swipe of your blade, you manage to hit the kobold. Roll for damage. That's a d8 +5.
Is he swinging one-handed?
I would assume so, unless you took away your shield.
No.
That's a D8, yes.
Alright.
One looks like a diamond thing.
2.
2 plus 5, that's 7 damage.
Dueling?
No,
that's
I
enough.
have a shield up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So you literally,
dueling with.
probably so angry by how pathetically bad you've been fighting recently, you take a swing and you cleave the kobold's head from ear to ear on the side, and the top half of his head just falls off and he crashes to the ground, dead before he hits it.
I can live with that.
Yes. Alright, that's 4 kobolds dead, 1 kobold left alive, and
We're doomed.
yeah, you are. This kobold,
Don't take forth the slingshot.
clearly outnumbered, tries to break away from you and run. That, however, means you get an attack of opportunity on it, so you get to attack again.
Alright.
So roll a d20.
And a d4.
3.
Plus 7, that's 10.
And 2.
12, that's a hit. So roll damage.
How
One
are
hit.
you able to do this?
Roll
Roll a
3.
3. Hit.
He still kills at the 3, right?
2.
2 plus 5, 7 damage. Thank God you're a combat monster. The kobold screeches and runs, scrambling to get away. But you pierce through its back and sort of just goes up to its chest. It gurgles and dies, twitching on your blade as you put your foot and
Thank you, sir.
drag it out.
Yes.
Thankfully, he's not an honorable fighter.
Now, as the fight settles, you have a fire to take care of.
I go take a leak somewhere else.
You just leave it
I take a leak on the.
on fire. Okay.
I hurry to put
You-
out.
You start putting out a fire. But, wow, it certainly was one encounter. I test ran this once with you guys, and you did a lot better that time.
No wonder! He took 12 damage in the first sneak hit.
I'll bring my own next
I
time.
guess that's the lesson you should learn from this.
Yes.
And we're gonna have to, we're gonna call it a day for now.
Alright.
Yes.
We've been playing roughly 2.5 hours, but it is getting a little bit late.
Yes.
And I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want to watch more, we have the old episode, the session 0, available on Twitch. It will be going up on YouTube soon.
Is it still available
Still
on
on
Twitch?
Twitch, yes. And that's just 3 hours of us talking about our characters. And this will be going up on YouTube soon as well. I'd like to thank you for watching. And if you want to check out more role-playing stuff from us, we have Sweet Rolls on our YouTube channel. We're Swede Fighters there as well. And where we also have Let's Plays of games and stuff. And,
Yeah.
well, you did, guys. You beat the first encounter.
2 of us almost died.
Barely.
By kobold.
Ever
This is a
so
normal level
barely.
encounter, by the way.
You mean it's worse? Oh.
This was the warm-up encounter, you guys.
God
Okay.
damn it.
Right, David, you get new dice.
Yeah.
Plenty of new ones.
We're gonna strategize this.
I'm gonna load myself in the oven.
Yeah.
David, how do you keep getting 20? I don't know.
It has a 20 on every side.
Alright. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.
Salute.